Hi, I'm Jan Eldridge. I'm the author of Nimbus, and I'm super excited to have Nimbus on the Texas Bluebonnet Award list. So the inspiration for this story came from my editor. We had worked together on my previous book, Evangeline of the Bayou, and in it I wrote this quirky, sassy, magical four-eared cat, which was a lot of fun to write. And she suggested that my next book might be about a cat, specifically a black cat, because there are so many harmful superstitions and misunderstandings about black cats. And she suggested I write it from the point of view of the cat, which at first I thought no problem, but at times it was a bit of a challenge. But in the end, I think it's a super fun book, and I'm really proud of it. This is Biddy, short for Elizabeth, and we adopted her from a cat rescue organization. So in the story of Nimbus, dreamwalking is a magical ability. And if I could have any magical power, it would be to communicate with animals. Obviously, I do talk to my cats, and if you have pets, I'm sure you talk to your pets too, but I would want to know what they were thinking. I would want to know what my cats think about me, though that might hurt my feelings, but I would really love to know what animals think about humans. So, am I team cats or team rats? My friends who have had pet rats say they are super intelligent, lovable, and just a lot of fun. And I think rats are pretty cool, but I have to say I am totally team cats. I have loved cats all my life. I've always had a cat in my life. I just love their mysteriousness. They seem wise at times and yet goofy and lovable, and they're just so soft and squishy. This is Bingley. We adopted him from a local cat rescue organization. But yes, my family and I, we're passionate about rescuing animals, particularly cats, because somehow we seem to always find a cat in need. We ended up rescuing 2 cats near the local elementary school. One of them we ended up adopting ourselves, and the other one we found a few years later, and we found a good home for him. But finding them near the elementary school really made me wonder, like, why were they there? I mean, it was obvious that someone had abandoned them there, but what led to that? And that ended up being the inspiration for Fern, one of the cats in the story that Nimbus befriends. So in the end, kind of paid off rescuing these cats. My advice for aspiring authors would be that there is no one right way to write. But for me, one of the things that really helps me is to understand that I need to use 2 separate parts of my brain when I'm writing a story. One part I call the creative part of my brain, and the other one is the editorial part. And I start off by letting the creative part have fun, just daydreaming and brainstorming and maybe researching pictures and illustrations and paintings. And then I kind of write a rough draft. I kind of download this movie that's in my head. And all the while, I am not worried about spelling or grammar or anything like that, those technical issues. That comes in later. Like after I get my rough draft written, then I turn on the editorial side of my brain, and that part takes care of the typos, the repeat words, making sure that the sentences make sense. And for some reason, I just cannot use both parts of my brain at the same time to write a story. It feels just like too overwhelming. So if I do that, if I just have this creative side that I work with first, then the editorial side, I find things go much easier, much smoother. I think this advice might also apply to nonfiction writing, or if you're writing an essay, you know, just brainstorm it, think about it, be creative, and then worry about the editorial part of it. Don't go into it trying to do everything all at once. It's just too overwhelming. I'd like to leave you with 2 little bits of advice that some cats gave to Nimbus. One of them is always remember to play and feel joy. And the other one is walk with confidence. Thanks. Happy reading.